Thanks for tuning into this channel where we're going to learn all about tarot. And tarot talks about a lot of different subjects. It talks about energy, it talks about spirituality, it talks about astrology, numerology, chakras, emotional intelligence, and a whole lot of different things that we're not usually learned in school. So this channel is going to be completely focused on helping you learn all about this energetic spiritual world that's happening all around us. So keep in mind that technically everyone is spiritual because everyone has a spirit, and the more awakened you become, then the easier it is to understand life that happens around you. If you learn something new, press the thumbs up button. If you want to support the channel, subscribe. I would appreciate all your support. This is a new channel, going to be lots to learn. So let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start with the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck. And just keep in mind, all of these oracle decks, the tarot decks, all of the cards represents energies. And all energies, they work off of a cause and effect, they have patterns, they become very predictable, and energy is everywhere, it's in everything. You're made up of energy, and all the situations around you are energy. So this is what we're going to break down, and we're going to help you to learn how to put different energies together and how to notice these patterns and how to start to look at life in an energetic way. Because the more that you're able to do this, then the higher up in your spiritual awakening you'll be able to go. And a spiritual awakening pretty much just means that you're becoming awakened to the energy that you have and the energy that's all around you. So let's get started. You already know what we're going to be talking about because it's written in the title. So we're going to talk about perseverance and not being a victim. So we're going to talk about healing. And when you put these two energies together, this is actually what healing is. It's taking a bad situation and transmuting that energy, which means that you're changing it into a positive energy. So in life, everyone has free will, which means they can choose to heal or not. It's up to them. But I do know and I understand that it is very difficult to even want to heal from traumatic things that happen to you. But when people do this, good things typically happen from that. So a pretty extreme example would be if a parent loses their child because something happened. Many times they could dwell in their own misery, and that's perfectly acceptable because it's a very traumatic experience. But there are some people who decide to take that pain and turn it into power. And this is what transmuting energy is. Whereas what they'll do is they'll start organizations to create awareness about the cause and what happened, or they'll get through the hardships themselves and then they'll teach other people who go through the same bad experiences how to do that too. And this helps with spiritual awakening because when you can have a low vibrational energy, a low vibrational spirit, and turn that into something good, something high vibrational, then you go through a spiritual awakening. And it changes your level of consciousness and it changes the way that you look at life so that you can, despite the bad situation, you can learn and grow and you can just become a better person regardless of what's happening around you. So this is what healing is all about, is getting over the past and creating a new future. So let's get the Light Seers deck and we're going to figure out how to do this because healing is an extremely complicated subject and There are a lot of different aspects involved with healing, and I don't think you can make even a whole video about all of it, but we're just going to break down the most important parts of it and talk about it. Okay, let's get started. I'm not going to take those. We have to shuffle a little bit. These cards are stiff and I have to get used to them. Okay, so you have the Three of Swords. This is the victim card. See how she's in the darkness, her heart is broken, and she seems like she's in a lot of distress. This is the victim mentality. Then you have the Four of Swords in the reverse. And in the upright, she's laying peacefully in her nest, just very comfortably. But in the reverse, it means that she would be in a lot of distress. You can't sleep at night, you're not comfortable. The Eight of Wands is a lot of energy, and it's usually forward moving energy. It means something is coming, blockages are getting removed, events are unfolding quickly. So this is good because it's going to leave all the bad energy in the past. And then you have the King of Swords, which is a very high vibrational energy. The King of Swords is very intelligent. He looks at life in a very logical way, and he has a lot of guidance. Here they're spirit animals, which is the owl and the crow. And the owl represents wisdom, and the crow represents, you can kind of think of it as like being a messenger. And then you have the Ten of Wands, all of the burdens that you carry. And here she's walking away. It's like she's leaving it in her past. She has her suitcase packed, her ox is all ready to go, and she's like, I'm getting out of here. I'm moving forward with my life. So this is beautiful. I love it. So let's see. Let's break this down a little bit. And we're going to get it from the book. So, heartbroken, she falls to her knees and screams to the universe for a second chance. And this is healing because even she wants to move forward and try to live a better life. A lot of times your ego will think that it's the end of the world and things will never change and you're always going to feel like you do. But if you've ever heard of the expression that time heals, this is because over time, as you learn lessons, as you mature, as you grow, you raise your level of consciousness and you learn to see life in a different way, which helps you to heal. But it goes on to say that separation can come in many forms, from the loss of a relationship or identity to the disintegration of beliefs, purpose, or goals. A separation from what we thought we had can mark painful moments in our lives. If you find yourself amidst wavering realities and losing something that feels near and dear to your heart, know that this too shall pass. This severing, although painful, is a necessary part of the process. Despite all proof to the contrary, your brightly lit future will arise because of this experience. Tie yourself to the light and prepare to spend some time nurturing your tender spirit. These shadowy times are always opportunities to become stronger and more resilient. So give yourself time to heal and know that you will love, thrive, and find inspiration again soon. Wow. Okay. So then you have the Four of Swords. This deep resting period in your life marks a moment of intentional healing and self-care. More than just integral to your wellness, it is integral to your being at this time, body, mind, and spirit. How you heal is your choice, and you can find quiet regeneration through sleep or other restorative practices like meditation, journaling, energy healing, etc. Consciously decide to slow down and process before sprinting ahead. The hustle can be tumultuous. What's that word? Tumultuous. I can't even say it, but you know what I'm talking about. And also demanding. And the only person who can really direct your own radical recovery is you. Tend to your wounds as you may be on the verge of burnout. Your nest will grow around you as you sleep, and the landscape of your life will shift beautifully as you fall into your own rejuvenating energy. Wow, that is so beautiful. So the most important lesson is to get some sleep, peaceful sleep, and just know that things will get better and everything's going to be okay. And in life, bad things happen, but it's what you make of the bad things that will help you through your life. Okay, so it says, this type of speedy energy is at play. It's inspirational, it's fiery, it's positive. And now, if you have a gut feeling that needs to be acted upon, listen to it. With all of this movement, avoid being swept along by an unpredictable tide by having clarity about your desires and directions. Harness this beautiful window of swift opportunity. It says it's go time. I fall into the flow of this quickening energy and I swiftly face my desires head on. So this is what healing is about, is changing your energy, going from the darkness and moving forward towards the light. So then you have the King of Swords. Intelligent and diplomatic. He leads with facts, rationale, scientific principles, and the logical mind. He suggests finding impartial clarity before you take your next steps. Blend intelligence with emotional and spiritual energies will allow for well-rounded success. Be courageous in the pursuit of your path and find your own methodological, confident authority by knowing the way rather than just feeling the way. And then it says, I make wise and intelligent decisions about my future and about your healing. And then finally, you have the Ten of Wands. Releasing the burdens. So it says, all those responsibilities. Do you really need to carry all of those wands all by yourself, all at the same time? It says, couldn't you drop a few of them by prioritizing? Or maybe things would go a whole lot faster if you enlisted some help. Drop the non-essentials and the heaviness that is weighing you down because you are so close yet so burdened. Streamlining will expedite your goals and bring relief to any overwhelm that you are feeling. Sometimes this means letting go of a learned behavior or a limiting belief, which let's talk about that, because a lot of things in life we learned about them, or we were taught about them in a distorted type of a way. So in regards to spirituality, spiritual people believe that you are a soul, you are a spirit, and that is your energy. And energy is studied in quantum physics, and it's studied in science in many different ways, and studies or energy is used in like technology and computers and Wi-Fi and all of these different things. So technically, energy, it can't be created and it can't be destroyed. It can only change forms. So in our original example about a parent losing a child, you can consider that in spirituality, there is a thing as life after death, because energy doesn't just disappear. If you power a TV with energy, with power, and something in the TV breaks, then the TV can't work anymore. It can't be powered by energy anymore. But the energy is still there. And that's what death is all about in a spiritual type of way. And pretty much, I don't want to say that death is a good thing, because it's hard to lose a loved one and to not have them in the 3D realm anymore. But a lot of times when people die, they go to a better place. Literally, you could call it heaven, you could just call it in the fifth dimensional realm, you could just call it in the quantum fields, you can call it whatever you want, but this is essentially a good thing. So all I was saying is pretty much a lot of the things that we learned or that we think, it may not be true, because a lot of people think that dying is a bad thing, but it's very possible, and according to spirituality, it's actually a good thing. But we have lessons in the earth that we have to learn, and we have to go through our life, and we have to upgrade our soul. And when our spirit decides that it's time for us to go, then that's our time to go. So I don't want to trigger anyone with different types of beliefs and everything, but essentially, a lot of the things in your life, if you look at them in a different perspective, it helps you to heal from it and to get over it. Because when you're confident that bad things that happen to you are actually good things that happen to your soul, then that's a beautiful thing. And it makes it really easy to walk away from traumatic things that happen in your life and to move forward. But this can relate to any type of healing. So let's get some spirit animals. Let's see. Let's talk about healing. And what type of spirit animal energies we need to embody and keep in mind. Okay, we got a few of them. So it says seahorse spirit, watch and wait. Beaver spirit, lay a solid foundation. And the peacock spirit, let it shine. So I love that. You go from a lower vibrational energy of the watch and wait, even though a seahorse isn't lower vibrational, you know what I mean. Then it says lay a solid foundation, which is very similar to the Eight of Wands, where you're starting to move your energy. You're starting to move forward and you're starting to get past the lower vibrational realms. And then you have the peacock spirit, let it shine, because healing is high vibrational and shining is very high vibrational too. And there's a difference between walking out with a smile on your face. Anyone can do that, right? But there's a difference between feeling the energy of happiness. And despite all the tragic incidents that happen to people on this world, it's a very powerful thing to be able to feel happiness when you walk out the door in the morning. But that is what healing is, excuse me, that's what healing is all about. So if you need personalized help with your healing journey, on the website in the description box below, there's a section for healing, and there's also personalized readings, which can help you break down the energies that you need to focus on based on your type of situation. So definitely check that out if you're in your specific type of healing journey and and you needed some guidance with that. So we're going to get the wisdom for healing cards because that's very appropriate right now. And we're going to see what type of healing wisdom Spirit wants us to know. Okay, so it says, acknowledge one resentful feeling you need to release. This is healing. Keep in mind that all types of resentment are poison and harm the healing process. Your goal, to become mindful of your reasons for staying angry and to begin letting go of negative feelings by the end of the day. That sounds easier than it is, but it actually is possible. But like I was saying, if you needed personalized help to do that, then check out the website because there's a lot more to that, but I don't want to get into a lot of detail in this reading. So then it says, on this day, think about one thing that your body requires that it didn't need yesterday. Because when you're healing, you change your energy, and in order to become more high vibrational, your body needs more high vibrational energy. This could be your food, for example. So fruits and vegetables, organic foods, they're high vibrational energy when you eat them, and it actually affects the healing process. It says, listen, observe, and pay attention to the physical, emotional, mental, and psychological stresses in your body and respond to one of them fully and consciously. Your goal, to pay attention to your body in every way. Wow. And then here we have today's lesson. Know that healing sometimes depends on the strength, willingness, and ability to change direction. Many people postpone doing so due to fear or laziness, and then they wonder why they're not happy and healthy. And it's not only fear and laziness, those are just low vibrational energies, but there's lots of low vibrational energies. Like when something bad happens to you, then you feel unmotivated to do positive things in your life. It's just a cause and effect. So we're not saying here that you're lazy and you're operating off fear, but it's pretty much just saying you're operating off low vibrational energy. So your goal, to make one solid commitment, your goal, to make one solid, effective healing choice by the end of the day that can positively change the direction of your life. So healing is something that you choose to do out of your free will. So I like to talk to myself a lot, and I don't just have conversations with myself. I don't mean it like that, but it's almost like an affirmation. Whereas when you tell your higher self something and you set the intention, then it can give you the energy that you need to go about achieving that intention. So I would just say, I am ready to heal. I don't want to be sad anymore. I don't want to live in the past anymore. I don't want to keep remembering all the bad things that happened to me. I want to move forward and I want to create a better life. So that's a really long affirmation, but that's what I would do. So that you can set that intention of changing the direction of your life so that it can happen much more easily and quickly. Because as soon as you tell yourself what you want, then your higher self starts putting those things into action. This is what manifesting is. So let's get a couple cards from the Untethered Soul before we finish this reading. Oh my God, it says, what if it is really true that God is not judging? What if God is loving? And I love that because this is what transmuting energy is. What we think, which would be that God is being judgmental, as soon as you change to a higher vibrational of consciousness, you realize that God is loving. God loves everyone because he's a high vibrational spirit, so he embodies love. He's not on the vibration of hate, which is why he doesn't hate everyone. That's why he forgives everyone. It's just the way that God is. And regardless of your religious beliefs or your upbringing or anything like that, God can mean anything that you want it to mean. I also like to think God would be your higher self, your intuition, your soul, your spirit, whatever you want to call it. So have faith that there is a higher power of some sort out there, and realize that life can be beautiful even in the worst of situations, but you have to stay positive in order to be able to see the beautiful things in life. So let's get one more card. It says, that which is holding you down can become a powerful force that raises you up. This is healing. This is transmuting energy at its finest. You just have to be willing to take the ascent. You have to be willing and ready and able to heal, to want to get better, to want to get out of your misery. And if you've ever heard of the expression, misery likes company, a lot of times people who are in a low vibrational energy, they want to be around low vibrational energy. They want it to be dark around them. They want them to have people that they don't really care about around them. They want to watch dark movies or dark TV shows, and they want to eat junk food all the time, and they want to do all these low vibrational things because you resonate with them when you are low vibrational. So in order to heal, you have to force yourself to do high vibrational things. So it's just like, I'm going to eat a tub of ice cream, but then I'm going to eat an apple just to force yourself to get that good energy. Or, you know what, I want to watch this movie in the darkness, but I'm just going to light a candle to just have that little flame, that little metaphorical spark, that light in the darkness, and just force yourself to do it. And this is going to help you change your energy, and it's going to help increase your level of consciousness, and it's going to help you to ascend through your healing process, through your spiritual awakening. So thanks so much for tuning into the video. If you learned something new, press the like button. If you want to learn more, we're going to talk about many different topics, then click the subscribe. Or share this video with anyone who's going through a hard time, and hopefully some of this information will help them to feel better, because we've all gone through very difficult and challenging times, but it's everyone's choice to turn that pain into power. So I hope to see you all at the next video. Bye.